Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Garrett here, and we are back today in Farming Simulator 15, and today's episode we are going to be doing yet another silage harvest because, as you can probably see, we need the money. $2,600 to our name. We are literally broke, so we need to do silage harvest because we need money if we're going to get into animals. And animals is the last thing that is like the last segment of or section of Farming Simulator that we haven't gotten into in this series. So I want to do a little bit of animals before this series comes to a close because this is episode 17 and episode 20 is the last episode of the series. So it is wrapping up quick. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today is silage harvest, sell it all, and then buy the equipment required to do animals. I think I'm just gonna feed them silage and not a mixed ration because that's the only thing I really have access to. I could do straw in theory, but that means I'd have to get out the combine, and that's just gonna be a nightmare. And hay would also be a nightmare because that means I'd have to do like field 40 with grass and field 40 with grass and having to mow it, and that's just a whole nother huge process. So I think I'm gonna stick with just feeding them silage. That's what they do in the real world, so I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, that is the plan for today. I'm gonna cut to the end of this harvest, I'm gonna cut till we're ready to harvest, sell the silage, and then I'll come back to you guys. I think yeah, I'll be able to sell it all on camera, and then we'll buy the equipment, and I think that'll be what we're gonna do for the episode. So I'll see you guys when we're ready to sell the silage. Okay, everybody, we are back. The silage has fermented, and we are ready to sell it all. So I'm just setting up the conveyors here. Got two of them out there already, but two doesn't quite reach, which is kind of annoying. Oh, another thing that kind of ticked me off was this pit is barely not 10% full, which if you know anything about the silage system here in Farming Simulator, it has to be 10% full in order to ferment it, and we're going to need silage for the animals, so I'm going to have to leave a little bit at the end of this just because that pit can't ferment yet, which I was hoping it would be able to, so that I could use it for animals. Anyway, this is selling pretty nicely. Making the money. I could do this all day, every day if it would make me this much money. It's ridiculous. Okay, so that first cell is, well, I just quit selling from that first cell because oh, the BGA. I forgot. Gotta speed it up to 30 time when you're doing selling it because of the weird thing it has with where the BGA can only process so much at a time. Alrighty, that first cell is complete. Now we're pulling out of the second cell here. And we're gonna go like maybe 2/3 of the way up this pit and then we'll be done, just so we can ensure that we have enough silage to feed both a good amount of sheep and a good amount of pigs for 3 episodes or whatever we have them for, because I don't want to have to harvest silage again. This is probably the last silage harvest, so enjoy the selling while it lasts, because this is the last silage selling party that we're gonna have. At least here in Hagenstedt. Of course, we're gonna have more of them in the maps to come. Man, we're already almost at 200,000. That's pretty good. Also, I turned up the bitrate in my recording software, so if it's a bit more laggy than usual, that's why, but I hope the quality of the video is better for you guys. I got this new GTX 1060 a couple weeks ago, and so I was able to turn up the bitrate without completely killing the frame rate. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that little change. you, I think we can pull you forward more, right? Nope, we gotta pull it back. There we go. Why isn't that going in? Oh, do we need another conveyor belt? Dang. Another conveyor belt. Actually, forget that. We'll just walk over here. Now we're into the Pumas. We got the 2 Pumas. And we're not going to need the Xerion because number 1, it's over at the farm, and number 2, we need silage for the animals. So I think that's going to work out perfectly. It was when we were trying to figure out how to load wood chips into that big Wilson trailer. I deleted that mod, by the way, because it wasn't working. Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, turn, maybe handle somewhat. Okay, well, this is special. Actually, can we? There we go. I figured we'd be able to fix it with that. And we'll just extend that once we get further in here. 300,000. That's pretty good. Pretty darn good. That alone will probably be enough to cover all of our expenses. Okay, well, it doesn't want to let me do it when the conveyor is lowered, so I'll have to lift it again. Okay, now we extend. This is a good system here. There we go, now that's selling. I'm like, you're gonna have to sell from that cell. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Collect from that cell of the pit at some point, because I need to drive forward here. But I think we're gonna go until all of the conveyors that we have out currently are fully extended. We're not gonna get out the other Puma just because we need to have enough for the animals. Well, still doesn't want us. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So yeah, we'll extend that Dutes Far conveyor, the third one, the third tractor in there. We'll pull it forward all the way, and then once we can't go any further with the conveyors we have, we'll quit with that, and we'll go buy the equipment, and then I think we'll call it an episode. Because then we'll have all the equipment necessary to do livestock, which is what we are going to do in the next episode. So, that's about as far forward as we're going to be able to pull. So, keep on selling here. Yeah, we're going to be able to go a bit further, like maybe one more full sell. Very nice. Okay, we are, wow, over 600,000. Jeez. This is gonna be more than enough. Approaching 700,000. Oh, now the BGA is plugged up. Okay. Maybe we'll just let it clear up here. Let it go back down. Once it's done processing, actually, we'll just go again. This conveyor belt mod has been such a lifesaver in the silage selling process for this map, for sure. Okay, that's as far as we can go. So once it quits selling here, that's all the silage we're gonna sell, because that's all we need to, and we need some for the animals, like I said. Alrighty, so now we go on a shopping spree, my favorite thing to do. Okay. I knew I had a truck here at the shop, so I was just tabbing around until I found it. Okay, so we're gonna go in and do this legit. Into the dealership we go. Okay. Activate shop menu. So we are gonna need feed wagons. We are gonna use these because they're so much cheaper and they hold more. Okay, now we need tractors to pull those. It requires 90 horsepower, but we're gonna want like a Puma on it, I think. Alrighty, so that's all the feeding with technology that we're gonna need. Now, telehandlers. We need a telehandler. Mods, telehandlers. New Holland. Buy. That's from the free New Holland Loader DLC, by the way. It comes with the game. We'll buy a bucket for that. Okay. Actually, we're gonna need another telehandler just to keep them different. I think I'll keep this one for the sheep, and then the other one for the cows. We're gonna need a pallet fork for this one. Actually, we're not even gonna need that. Okay, so garage. We need to sell one of those universal buckets. I already screwed up, guys. Are you surprised? Seriously, I already made a mistake. Okay. Yes, we need to buy a pallet fork for this one because that's going to be the one that's loading the wool. And there's not a silage pit at the sheep farm, so we don't need a silage thing for that. Anyway, what else do we need? There's more. I swear there's more. Eek. I don't think so, because we have feed wagons and a telehandler. I think that's really all we need. We'll hook all these things up. Puma. Onto this. Cha-chunk. That one's hooked up. They match. Look at that. I wasn't even thinking about that. Kun and Case, both of those brands, their colors match. Okay, those two are hooked up. Now, this one, since it's more powerful, the New Holland is more powerful than the Leave Her. We're going to put it on the silage bucket, and it's going to be over at the cows because silage is a lot heavier than wool, obviously. So, yeah, that one's good there, and then the Leave Her on the pallet fork, and I think that's gonna be it for today. It's been a pretty productive episode. I have done a lot off camera, which I apologize about, but I have not had a lot of time today. I kind of got to recording this a bit later than I probably should have. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like, because it really helps out my channel a lot. And also, if you're new, maybe think about subscribing to keep up to date with all of the awesome content coming out on my channel every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, I'll see you later. Goodbye.